I need you guys to help me understand something. Why is it that people are so willing to spend 4 to 5 years of their lives and tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars at times? Late nights in the library, you know, not getting enough sleep, drinking energy drinks just to, be able to stay up and take an exam that you'll hopefully pass. Doing all of these things, pulling out loans, money that they don't even have, just to get a degree, when you could be putting that same level of effort and energy into starting your own business, into becoming the person that is going to hire the people that are working for those degrees. Okay, I need somebody to really clarify that for me because I don't understand. I don't understand why this is so normalized. Why college is seen as the only path to success for most people. I don't understand why schools push this propaganda. I don't get it. Now look, I don't want you guys to get it confused. I am not anti-college. I know I make a lot of videos talking about, why I don't like college, why I myself dropped out, and why I don't ever plan on going back. But I'm not anti-college, believe it or not. I am pro-choice. What do I mean by that? By pro-choice, I'm basically saying that I believe 18, 19, 20-year-olds should have the right to make an informed decision about their future. Okay, at 18, 19, 20, a lot of people are clueless. Okay, let's just keep it real. Most people don't know what they want to do with the rest of their lives. Really, you shouldn't know what you want to do with the rest of your life at that age because that's depressing, okay? Statistically speaking, you are not halfway through your life yet. Why should you know what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life and you're not even halfway finished? That doesn't make any sense at all. And yet, people this age are being pressured to go to college, pick their major, and take out tens of thousands of dollars in student loans, borrow money that they don't have when they have no prior credit history. Okay, they're messing up their financial future. They're basically jeopardizing any chance of financial freedom that they might have within the next 10 to 15 years, all for the sake of a piece of paper. That doesn't even guarantee you a job, mind you. College is not the safe route. I know a lot of you guys have been led to believe, including myself, that college is the safe route. It's the path that you can fall back on to guarantee that you will succeed in life. I think last year should have been a reality check for a lot of people. Okay, when you saw people getting their job offers rescinded because of COVID, because of quarantine, okay, even though it was an unforeseen circumstance, nobody could have seen it coming, that should go to show that there is no such thing as a safe option. Safety is an illusion. Okay, if you think that you're going to avoid the chance of failure in your life, you're sadly mistaken. That's one of the first things that you'll learn as an adult, is that you can't avoid failure. Failure is simply a part of life. There's no such thing as a safe option. And a lot of times, people get these degrees and go on to work in jobs in fields that have nothing to do with the degrees that they got. Okay, statistics back this up. I don't have the numbers off the top of my head, but you can look this up for yourself. A lot of people are not working in the field that they got a degree in. And a lot of times, that's for one of two reasons. Either they thought that that was the safe route, but it turned out that it wasn't, and they learned the hard way that just having a degree doesn't guarantee you a job in your desired field. Or they realized later on down the line that what they got a degree in is not what they were passionate about. But they've dedicated tens of thousands of dollars and 4 to 5 or even 6 years of their life getting that degree. Okay, they've basically wasted their time that could have been spent doing what they actually wanted to do. Okay, a lot of times people are so bent on, having that plan B, that backup option, that they completely neglect and eventually abandon plan A, following their dreams. That's the difference between people that, get these degrees and go on to work at good paying jobs versus the people that are employing those people. Okay, there's levels to this. For example, with me, okay, I work for myself. I've only been doing this for 2 years. Okay, I've only been doing YouTube full time since I was 19 years old. Really 1 year, because I was also working on the side. So understand that I've been able to make this profitable. Okay, not just generate income. I am past the point of breaking even, and I am now making profit off of what I do each and every day. Okay, and understand that I'm not working any harder doing this than I was when I was in college. The difference is I love what I do versus, In college, I hated what I did. And like I said, I'm not anti-college, but I knew that it was not the right move for me in my future. I knew that I wanted to work for myself, and I'm going to be the first to tell you that college is not going to get you there. It may further on down the line, but if you want to be in your early 20s working for yourself, making a profit, mind you, then you have to take a chance on yourself. College is not the move for you, and it's designed that way. You guys have to understand that school, not even just college, but school in general, is designed to train you to be an employee. Okay, look at the structure of it. It's designed to make you an employee. Me personally, like I said, I work for myself. I'm not an employee of anyone but Jordan Green. Okay, I wake up when I want to wake up. I woke up at 2:30 p.m. today. I can wake up whenever I want. I can go to sleep whenever I want, as long as I'm filming these videos, putting in this work. In college, it doesn't work like that. You're on somebody else's time all the time. You don't create your own schedule, because that's not how it works in the real world, or so they tell you. Okay, they tell you that that's not how it works in the real world, because college in itself is a corporation. They're preparing you for corporate America. They're preparing you to be a part of society and to be a part of that structure that they've created for you. But the difference between, workers and entrepreneurs, the people that work for other people and the people that work for themselves, is that the people that work for themselves don't fit into that structure. We simply don't fit into that structure, and so we carve our own path. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Okay, the things that I do, talking to this camera, this is something that literally anybody can do. Anybody can put in the work that I've put in. Like I said, a lot of people are putting in that same level or even more work than I put in college, but they're not getting any money in return. And eventually, when they do get a job, if they get a job, they're going to be paying off student loan debt. You think you're making 50, 100,000 a year? No, the government is making that much money because you're paying off those student loans. Okay, as long as you have that outstanding debt, you're not making money like that. I don't have any outstanding debt. And I'm not saying all of this to brag. I'm saying this to show you guys that there is another way. There's another way out there. A lot of people, I get a lot of emails, comments telling me that, they're 18, 19, 20 years old and they don't want to go to college, but their parents are pressuring them, their teachers are pressuring them, even their peers are pressuring them. They're afraid of failure. They're afraid of what will happen, the potential consequences if they don't go to college. Think about the potential consequences of if you do go to college and you have no business being there. Okay, now, obviously, this doesn't apply to people that need to be in college. Of course, if you want to fit into corporate America, you have to go to college because college will prepare you for that. I will say that. If you want to be a part of corporate America, college will do that for you. But if you feel like you don't fit into that scheme, if you feel like there's something different out there for you, I'm not going to say something better, but something different out there, then you should pursue that because this is your life and you're the only one that's living it. Your parents aren't living your life. If you decide that you're going to go to college to please them and then you get a degree that you don't care about and you get a job that you hate, you're the one that has to live with that. Okay, you are the one that has to deal with those consequences. And that's what I realized early on. And that's why I'm making videos like this, because I don't want you guys to do things out of pressure because you feel like college is the only route. Now, I want to touch on some of the things that people say that college can, do for you that I think are not so much completely bogus, but things that are a little bit overblown. For example, networking. Okay, people talk about networking in college. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Okay, what bigger network is there than the internet? Tell me that. Okay, I've managed to create a network of 40,000 plus people from all over the world, all different walks of life, all having different dreams and aspirations for themselves. People that know all types of trades. I've had people offer to do work for me for free. I have this network of people, that have all different types of skills because I leveraged the internet. I don't care what school you go to. Okay, you can go to an Ivy League school, a big public state school with 50,000 people. Doesn't matter what school you go to. It will not provide you with more networking opportunities than the internet will. Plain and simple. Okay, generating an audience of people or, becoming a part of a group of like-minded people, that's going to be the best possible network for you. Okay, now people think that college is the best way to do that because they've been listening to their parents. They've been listening to their teachers. Okay, they don't understand the power that we have with our resources. They didn't have access to what we have access to. That's why, I said this in another video, but I believe that we're the first generation that knows more than our parents did because we have access to resources that they didn't have access to. And we know how to use these resources better than they do. Okay, you know how to start a YouTube channel. And if you don't, the internet does. You go and look it up and you figure out how to do it. You know how to start a business because if you don't, the internet does. And you have access to the internet if you're watching this video. You know, the idea that it's not about what you know, it's about who you know, that idea is false. Okay, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. That idea will only get you so far because who you know can get you in the door, but what you know will keep you in the room. Okay, and that's what separates the men from the boys, the women from the girls. Okay, that's what separates the people that succeed and the people that get stuck in life. The next thing that people say college does for you is it gives you life experience. Now, in some ways, I do agree with this. I think that especially if you're living on campus and you attend a college that's far away from your hometown, that can definitely be a big benefit in terms of maturing, becoming an adult, learning to handle your business. But I believe personally that if you were to take that same money, okay, you pull out all of these loans to go to college, what if you were to take $1,000 and travel? Just go on trips, travel to New York, travel to Paris, travel to all of these different countries or even cities and places that you haven't been to. Go see things that you have never seen. What is college going to do for you in terms of life experience? It's going to teach you how to live on your own. Okay, but at the same time, you're still living around people that are like-minded in a sense. Whereas if you travel, especially if you travel internationally, that's going to give you a certain level of exposure to the real world that college really can't provide unless you study abroad. Which, why study abroad when you can just go ahead and travel and actually embrace the culture there instead of having to focus on your studies all the time? Now, another thing that people talk about in terms of college is obviously the education. Okay, you're receiving a higher education. That is what you're essentially paying for. Okay, is the idea that you are going to acquire information. Now, I'm going to say this. Okay, I learned way more outside of college than I did in college, personally. And the reason why is because I invested in my self-education. I took some time and I took some money and I learned things that I was curious about. In college, they had me taking history and English classes that I had been taking since like second grade. And I'm not saying that these classes aren't useful at all, but I think that if you have, specialized curiosities about things, then you should pursue those things. You should learn as much as you can about those things. And I think that that's why a lot of times entrepreneurs, people that don't go to college, that's why they get so much further ahead and they're able to employ the people that go to college and get these degrees. It's because they have specialized knowledge. They know things because they use their time more efficiently. They didn't have to take time to do English classes or history classes or classes that are completely irrelevant to what they're trying to do in life. They just focused on what mattered to them. For me, it's been YouTube. YouTube, spirituality, law of attraction, everything that I talk about. I talk about a lot of life experiences that I might have missed out on had I been distracted with schoolwork. Now, like I said earlier, I'm not anti-college. I'm just trying to inform you guys that there is another way. Okay, I think that it's important for me, being where I am right now, to tell you guys and show you guys that there is another path to success. Whether you choose to follow my path or whether you choose to carve your own path, it's out there. But if you know you don't belong in college, you do not need to be there.